Hello and welcome to another movie review by Brains Do Zero. And this time we have a Christmas horror special. Today we will be reviewing the movie Silent Night, which was released just this year in 2021. And without further ado, let's get into it. Hello and welcome to the Christmas movie review special, in which we will be reviewing this movie that is on the screen, Silent Night. As you can see, it stars Kiera Knightly, Matthew Goode, Roman Griffin Davis, Annabelle Wallace, and Lily-Rose Depp. Before I actually review the movie, we will be watching the trailer, which is something I should have done before I actually went into this movie myself, because I actually would have realized that it was not going to be what I thought it was going to be. Now, I'm used to Christmas horror movies like Silent Night, Deadly Night, actual like slasher flicks where people get brutally cut up and murdered and hacked and slashed. And I, for some reason, colored me crazy. But when I first read the synopsis, that's what I thought was going to happen. But that was not what happened. So, without further ado, let's watch the trailer before we actually get into the review.
You look perfect.
Oh, did you bleed on the carrots?
Will I die?
Yep, probably.
Grandma!
Happy Christmas.
You're still alive?
Yes, I think so.
Jesus, they're early.
Tony and Simon robbed the petrol station.
Oh, what fun.
We make tremendous criminals. I felt so good.
We're all getting old.
Well, we were getting old.
It's just one potato each.
Just one for everyone.
Should anyone watch the Queen's speech?
Well, she's clearly in some bunker set up, filled with tins of baked beans and dog food.
Here's to the lives that we've shared. To our beautiful children. Our beautiful friends. May we rest in peace. I just think we should be honest with the kids.
We know the Russians want us all dead. They're sending poisonous gas to kill us all in the morning. It's not the Russians, it's the panic. It's very upset.
It will kill anything and anyone that is still alive.
We should have all voted Green.
We just want to make sure that you understand that as your parents, we are not to blame. Clearly, it's not your fault either.
I've seen the road, and there is no way I am living like that.
All right. So that is the trailer for Silent Night, the movie that we will be reviewing right now. So again, had I watched the trailer before going into it, because I try not to do that anymore since trailers give away like 80 to 90% of the movie, and I hate that shit. But if I would have watched it, I would have actually realized that the movie made a lot more sense than what I was expecting going into it. So, as you can see in the trailer, it's obviously like an apocalypse kind of situation. By the end of the night, they're all gonna die from some kind of like poisonous gas that was caused by humanity. Basically, probably like a play on like global warming, climate change, like destroying the earth and all that shit. But yeah, so that is basically what's going on in here. But when I read the synopsis before going into the movie, it basically said that, family and friends gather, and by the end of the night, everybody's going to end up dead. So that told me that I thought it was gonna be a family that is, like, a little sadistic like the Kiera Knightly, and them we're just gonna basically go on a killing spree and kill all their friends and family by the night's end, but that wasn't the case. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that the movie is complete dog shit. It's not. They had some very, like, funny, humorous parts throughout, like, maybe the first quarter, the first half of the movie, before it just kinda took a really, like, depressing turn, because then they start kind of focusing on the whole, "Well, we have to take our, like, suicide pills before the night ends, or else we're all gonna die horrible deaths by this, like, poison gas that's coming to kill everybody." No, like I said, it doesn't mean that it's, like, the worst movie ever. I mean, by far, it actually was pretty decent. I mean, like I said, there was a lot of, like, it even advertises they had a lot of good black, dark comedy. Um, Roman Griffin Davis does a pretty good job. You might remember him from Jojo Rabbit, which was a good movie. Lily-Rose Depp, I have not seen her play in anything before this movie. It was actually funny because when I was watching, I was like, "Girl looks kind of familiar. Like I've seen her play in something before." And I thought she not like a Chloe Moretz, but like I thought she was like another actress. And then when I seen afterwards, it was like Johnny Depp's daughter. I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense." I don't know if this was her first film. It might have been because her acting was a little shaky. I mean, it wasn't the greatest. Um, but even Keira Knightley was kind of like a little off me. It might have just been because of like the whole black comedy genre and the story plot that they had going on. But yeah, it just like I said, when I first seen the synopsis, it basically said, family and friends gather on Christmas, where by the end of the night, everybody's gonna end up dead. Something like that. Something along those lines. So in my eyes, I wasn't thinking anything along the lines of like some kind of like global gas coming to kill everybody. That was the last thing on my mind. But when it started taking that turn halfway into the movie, like I said, it kind of just got like more depressing because it was more like people talking about what they're not going to be able to experience anymore, how they're not going to be able to grow up. There's children obviously involved in the movie, so it just kind of takes like a depressing turn knowing that everybody's going to be dead because of something they can't control after all. So, but I guess I get it. That's probably the horror aspect. There is many different kinds of like horror aspects going into the horror genre. So I have to remember that not everything's gonna be up in your face, gory, hack or slash. You know, thinking Saw. Maybe that's what I was thinking more like a Saw kind of movie, but like Christmas style. Not everything's gonna be like that. And I guess this one is just the fact of knowing that you're gonna die and you can't do anything about it. No matter what you try, no matter what you do, you're just gonna die. Overall, I would say that Silent Night is worth a watch. Um, Especially if you like black comedy, if you do like horror at all in its genre, and you might like this cast lineup. I mean, like I said, it was decent for the most part. Just you know, I guess you gotta just go in there not expecting something different than what's in your mind because then you might be a little disappointed. That's why I'm trying not to be so biased on this one, and I'm gonna say that I give it a good about 2.5 to 3 dead Santa skulls out of 5. So there you go. But until the next movie review, this is Brave Stu signing off and wishing you and yours happy holidays and a happy new year.